Thanks so much for staying tuned. 6:30 a.m. right here. Time for us to go through the pages and see what the headlines are for today, 2nd April 2024. Kindly note that these headlines are only read as published and have got nothing to do with Nigeria info. So ensure that while you react to them, you do your due diligence, do some research, get the facts right, and please go straight to sharing your thoughts. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. I think you can go on there right now and also be a part of the conversation by commenting and just generally following the page. We'll start off with the Punch this morning. Discos make 1 trillion naira amid great crisis. Unmetered customers hit 5.8 million naira. Presidential nod. Ondo APC governorship aspirants besiege Abuja for Tinubu's endorsement. Ex-governor's trial shows EFCC won't spare anyone. Olukoyede. Oyo Monarch plans to reconcile Kwam 1, aggrieved ex-drummer. Man to face trial for defiling underage boy in Rivers. Ogun fashion designer stabbed to death during fight. Naira recovery now, tackle inflation, BDCs. NEC sits over state police as governors plan forest guards. Lagos. Ogun fuel stations shut over supply disruptions. FRSC blames speeding as Lagos crash leaves 2 injured. Gunman terrorizing Anambra community arrested. Moving on to The Guardian. How FX duty rates disparity shipping charges compound inflation is a major headline on The Guardian. World Bank hails Nigeria over 104 million issued NINs amid enrollment challenges. Third Mainland Bridge repairs cost federal government over 15.6 billion naira in 6 years. Abdul Razak, others seek women's empowerment for sustainable development. Reps Deputy Speaker Kalu confirmed lobby for Nnamdi Kanu release. Ondo State AG, Ajulo appoints 273 advisors. NRC recorded 32.08% passenger decline in 2023. Tinubu tax wives on former presidents, others on collective responsibility. Armed robber attempting to snatch motorcycle from police arrested in Lagos. Moving on to the Daily Trust. Petrol subsidy removal 10 months after federal government yet to roll out electric vehicles. How Unimade lecturer was stabbed to death in office. 13 killed, 2 injured in Kogi auto crash. Mega looters won't go scot-free, EFCC. Bandits abduct 5-day-old baby mother in Kaduna. 10-year-old boy accused of killing friend. Man allegedly stabs brother to death in Bauchi. Kebbi residents loot government private warehouses. Nasima seeks increased partnership to drive economic development. PDP urges Rivers Assembly to allow Fubara perform his duties. Kogi governorship. Witnesses recount depositions at tribunal. Moving on to the Vanguard. Okuama killings, how soldiers, villagers died, according to an eyewitness. Bandits attack luxury bus, rob passengers, set bars ablaze in Ogun. Refuse burning triggers minor explosion at Ikeja Army Cantonment. Notorious bandits Moody, son, others killed in Kaduna. Bush burning triggers health disorders in Bayelsa. PDP chair. North Central insists on completing Ayu's tenure. Land dispute. Asan. Residents flee Edo community, cry out to Governor Obaseki. London maiden flight. How we fought restriction of Air Peace return flight to rejected part of MMIA. Labour Party crisis. Abure rejected Peter Obi's advice for all-inclusive convention, Obi Dati spokesman. Suspected gunmen abduct students in Delta, demand 10 million naira. Moving on to the nation. Electricity tariff hike likely with increase in gas to power price. Federal government addressing root cause of power sector problems, says minister. Senate to take position on Ningi's letter. NRC grows revenue to 6 billion naira in 2023 from rail operations. Aligned with government programs, vision, First Lady tells youths. Deputy Rep Speaker renews lobby for Kanu's release. And that's it on The Nation. We've gone through The Punch, The Guardian, The Daily Trust, The Vanguard, and The Nation. Time to get to you and get to your reactions as to what headline has your attention this morning. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, and you can join the conversation right there. You can also call in or send a WhatsApp message. You can call 080 95 97 4869 and 08099930137. The last number is also the WhatsApp number, so you can call that number using the WhatsApp voice call option or simply send a WhatsApp message. Do also include your name and your location. On Facebook, Dr. Mrs. Unma Olebara in Owerri says Nigerians are living in fear and uncertainty. What sort of country are we in that every new day comes with news of atrocities and heartbreaking news? And we have leaders who are there. Where do we go from here? Muazu John Lasisi in Jigo Buhari says gunman arrested in Anambra community, let him face the law squarely. You can't be terrorizing people and go free. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome. What's your name, please?
The speaker and the deputy speaker.
What's your name, sir?
Charles speaking from Wuse.
Go ahead, Charles.
The deputy speaker speaking with for the and I think we are trying to do the political gimmick and statement. The Kano is on a mission. It doesn't need anybody others their political abagada. His request is simple. Allow the Easterners to make a decision for their political future, which is a referendum. If people say that majority of Igbos does not want that nation, why not allow the referendum to go ahead?
How did you get, hold on, Charles, how did you get the figure saying majority of people are requesting for that? Or is this just an assumption?
I'm not requesting. Mm-hmm. Why is the federal government of Nigeria afraid of a referendum? Does referendum means war? Is it not the most valuable and the most best way every developed country and enlightened country around the world decide the political future of their people? Even when constitutions are changing nations, there are referendums for the people to say, yes, we accept this constitution, or no, we don't. If referendum is not the way, can somebody tell us this agitation has gone on, and the government said they will not? But the one assurance is, even if it takes 100 years, we can never back down.
All right, Charles.
That is the truth.
All right. Good morning.
Morning, Itodo.
Welcome. Can you speak up, please? You sound far away from your device.
Morning, Itodo. I greet you. All Nigerians. Who is my name? Yes. Bandit rob all the passengers and said the bus in Abuja. Am I right? Hello?
Okay, we can barely hear you. You sound far away from your device. Do you want to call back so we can get what exactly you're saying? Welcome.
Hello, good morning, Diki Itodo.
Good morning.
The Agaba is the one and only. I greet Malang Haruna from Kubwa and Abubakar from Gwagwalada, Elder Jimmy Odeni. I want to talk about what bandit happened to do in Kaduna. I don't know, Kaduna, if it's like Kaduna has become something else in the aspect of this insecurity. They kidnap how many months old baby? Though we need to understand that in the other vein, again, the security deal with them. We don't want to hear any repentant bandit. As the president said, they should treat them as terrorists. This is the people they are. They shouldn't be rehabilitated. They shouldn't be brought into to the society. These are the people that will go to the community, they will rob people, they will kidnap women and rob women and rape women. And at the end you hear that, we have repented Boko Haram, we are bringing them to the society. And government failed to do the needful, most especially to the victims. That is where it pains me. Look at what happened again. They attack vehicle, they said the vehicle are blessed, and they rob the vehicle. Look, the same thing happened in Delta. We don't want to be hearing all this insecurity. Government should tackle all these things, and they shouldn't have mercy for any criminal. Whoever that is perpetrating this evil shouldn't be merciful. Thank you for giving me the privilege. Now go there.
Good morning.
I'm
very well, thank you. Welcome.
So you just read that it is imminent that the government might increase electricity tariff due to the hike of gas or something.
Yes.
Is it that they are going to or they have increased it?
They are going to. It's something that they are considering.
Because if you have meter of yesterday compared to the meter of today, you see that this particular one, when you buy unit, it is running before you open eye. It's going to red. In fact, you put 2,000 naira, it's even red already. I don't understand. The funniest part of it is like we are paying for darkness. Yesterday during quiz, somebody asked, Kim asked, who is the minister of power? Me myself, I don't know. I will just go and my phone no break the name out. You know why?
Why is
Although
that?
I saw him on channel, other than him, I quickly off the television. People have power. As we are fasting, some people are even preaching that this power, I do like say they send them, but I will not say the way it is because I'm on earth. We will enjoy power during Baba Buhari time than this time. I bet you tell Baba Tinubu that if whether it's the minister or people are trying to sabotage this thing, I don't understand. Almost every year, before you will say that if you go to Metama or you go to Cuba, it's better. But now, what water, what test, no power. We don't even know the name of the minister. I leave it at that. So if they say they want to increase it, you know, even know when they increase something, this one is even better they will say because they have increased it already. They only say this one to cover fees. Secondly, maybe you read that 10-year-old boy killed a friend. Yesterday, we read that 14-year-old boy killed somebody because of phone. Please, where are they learning how to kill, to take life? You know the blood of human being when they dry. If you slaughter cow as big as the cow is, the blood will be there. Human being, go for that, you kill human being. The blood of cow will dry, but that of human being will always cry for vengeance. So, Mr. Salati, let me answer you this one because you also tell me my time is up. You are saying government should fight insecurity. Government, it's difficult for government to fight insecurity if they don't tackle certain issues.
All right.
Let me just quickly advise that we should go back home and train our children well because I don't understand where small people will know what to use to kill another person, a 10-year-old girl. Me, I know how to bath when I was 10 years. Parents are beg, they are on holiday. This phone that you are giving your children, check it. And please talk to them every now and then before they leave that it is not allowed for anybody to take life because you cannot give life. Then government, you cannot fight insecurity if the fundamentals are not addressed. That's the truth of the matter.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts right there. Now, the Minister of Power is Adebayo Adelabu, so that name should, be something that you know off the top of your head. And the reason given for the epileptic power supply in the FCT and across the country in recent time is due to vandalism. The second transmission line was vandalized a couple of weeks ago, and suspected vandals attacked the high towers, bringing power supply to the nation's capital, knocking out the Shiroro Katangbe 330 kV transmission line. And TCN supplies ADC bulk power for Abuja and environs through the major transmission lines. And, there was a bit of back and forth between the minister and the discos as to what would be done in good time to ensure that power is restored and vandalism is tackled in the best way possible. So vandalism is largely blamed for the epileptic power supply in the FCT and in parts of the country as well. Let's see what you are saying on WhatsApp at this time. You can send a message to 080-9993-0137. Don't forget to include your name and your location when you send a message. We'll get to your messages shortly. Welcome.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
My name is Abdul Khalid from Maitama.
Go ahead, Abdul.
Insecurity in Nigeria on the respect of the baby that being kidnapped in Kaduna. Actually, it's the fault of the government. From billions to trillions of naira that they pump into security, bringing out the military from the barracks, we are still experiencing the insecurity. The genesis of it is a democracy. Government has to see. From the local government to start engaging the youth to the state and federal. Without that, we cannot achieve the security. The insecurity is going to be narrating itself again and again and again. God bless Nigeria and God protect Nigeria. Thank you very much. Keep doing what you're doing and doing it very well. This is my take.
God bless you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Itodo.
Welcome. What's your name, please?
My name is DJ.
Go ahead, DJ.
I'm calling in from Kaduna.
Welcome.
Yeah, Itodo. I said discos, they make trillions despite electricity grid collapse. Just imagine, I often say this collapse of a thing is due to sabotage. They know what they are doing. They are making money. Why are the workers sabotaging our effort? Because you cannot continuously tell Nigerians from the session of President Goodluck Jonathan or from the session of former President Yaradua, we'll be hearing of electricity grid collapse. Electricity grid collapse. Is it that they cannot tackle it, or is it that it's just another way of telling Nigerians that everybody should remain in darkness? Because something cannot be persisting continually, and they are not looking for solution. Each time they will come out in every administration, they will always tell electricity collapse. So me, I'm seeing it as a sabotage. They are just using that language to sabotage Nigeria by offering the entire light in the country and telling us it collapsed. Because if something is actually an issue to you, you must look for a way to tackle it.
But what would they, DJ, in this accusation that you've thrown out at this point, what is the benefit of them doing that to the larger population of people, of Nigerians?
That is where me I'm going to. Why continuously tell us it collapse? What is making it collapse? Let's tell ourselves the truth. It cannot just collapse totally, because we have some areas that are using thermal. We have some people and some areas that are using these other dams. So everywhere cannot collapse at the same time. If there are issue in one angle, there should be light in the other side. If you tell us there is a total collapse in the country, meaning there is a sabotage, that is where I'm driving my conversation towards.
All right.
Because everything cannot collapse at the same time. Please, they should look for a way and handle it. Everybody is complaining the heat is too much, and you are giving us excuse every day. Thank you, Itodo.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's go on to WhatsApp and take some of your messages at this time. Fitzgerald in Airport Road says, 10 months after fuel subsidy removal, no sight of CNG buses. That's the height of it. We might be getting deceived with unrealistic promises. Prime Minister, is how Fitzgerald ends his message. Not exactly impressed by what is being done in the power sector. Good morning once again. Those who killed the lecturer should be fished out for prosecution. I don't know how people kill human beings without considering their families. Oludade Abiodun. And Ishaku in Lugbe says, discos make 1 trillion amid grid crisis. Unmetered customers hit 5.8 million. These guys are making good money and still giving excuses for darkness. It is well with Nigeria. And moving on to reacting to the fuel subsidy removal and non-availability of the CNG buses, when some of us refuse to believe the federal government supporters think we do not know what we are saying. History has told us that some people in power always make promises without fulfillment. Can anyone show us genuine alternatives after subsidy removal? Nigeria will surely overcome, is how Ishako ends his message. Ogun fashion designer stabbed to death during fight. It's high time to evaluate some people's mental health. So sad, is what Hajia Toyi Abdulsalam in Mandala says in her message. Insecurity is getting out of control. None of the states can be said to be safe from criminals day in, day out. That is from Johnson Guluwa. And Abubakar Ali in PW Kuba says, my network has been acting up since Friday. Bandit leader with son killed. What a cheerful news. What goes around comes around. And who lives by the guns will die by the guns. Compliments of the season, thank you. Man to face trial for defiling a young boy. I want to hear that he's going to face... Okay, please can you explain more on what PHC is saying about metering and billing? Ramadan Kareem to Tinubu Pekin. Mami Z, so proud to know them on radio is what Yahaya the head boy says this morning. A quick time to take a pause. We have the news coming up at 7 o'clock, and afterwards we'll get back to hear more of your reactions to the headlines this morning. So you can send yours to WhatsApp or just go on to our live feed. We're streaming right now on YouTube and Facebook. Mahmoud Mohammed says that the Minister of Power should be relieved of his duty. Power has not been this bad since 1999, is what Mahmoud says. All right, so you can go on and still catch the first half of the show on our YouTube and Facebook pages.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria in